Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Taurus, you're up next. It's time to do your monthly love reading for November. All right, Taurus, I have already been meditating on your cards for quite some time before I started filming. So, oops, and they're getting jumpy. They were jumpy before the film. Let's get right into it, okay? We're going to see what this month holds for you as far as your love life, your relationships, what's impacting your relationships, what may be coming in to you this month, and how your month is going to round out. And we're going to get right into your traditional Celtic spread. After that, I will go ahead and probably pull some more clarifying cards with the Thoth deck. All right, Taurus, so let's get right into your November love reading. Straight out we have King of Cups right at the center, covered by the Hermit. In your conscious mind, forefront of your mind, you have Cups, Ace of Cups, and at the bottom in the back of your mind, you have an Ace of Swords. All right, very nice energy. You come in with the Nine of Pentacles. Let's move this over a bit. And you round out your month with the Ten of Wands. All right, your energy coming in is Eight of Wands. You're met with Devil energy. Another Ace of Wands comes out, and you ultimately end with the Chariot. Wow. All right. So, this is quite a reading indeed, Taurus. What can I say? At the bottom of the deck, we have yet another major card, heavy hitter, the Emperor. 4 in the major arcana. Of course, this resonates with Aries energy. All right, so actually I'm going to put the Emperor over here. All right, guys, so let's get right into your spread for November. We start off with a King of Cups covered by the Hermit. Right away, I see a predominance of aces. We have 3 of the aces presented. All right. This is a big month for you, Taurus, in new beginnings all across the board. But let's get right into your center card, which is King of Cups covered by the Hermit. So right now, King of Cups is at the center of your reading, Taurus. This is to say that I think for some of you, you have someone coming in for you. This King of Cups is someone who is pursuing you. This is going to be the center of your love life this month. This King of Cups is very hot on your trail. His eyes are absolutely on you. Kings resonate with fire, cups of water, fiery aspect of water. Taurus, this could be a Scorpio, your opposite. Someone who resonates with Scorpio energy, right? King of Cups can be associated with that. Very strong. Very strong energy, and they are coming in. They want a connection with you. They are strong with their commitment. Now, this person may even resonate with a little bit of possessiveness in a sense, but they are very, very intentional about coming in and making a long-term commitment with you. This is not like a Knight of Cups energy that kind of sweeps you off your feet, but it's very, flighty and uncommitted. This is a very strong commitment somebody wants to make to you. They may even ask to live with you or to marry you. The Hermit comes in, and this is an energy that's covering everything. And this is your energy, I feel like, right? The Hermit is actually Virgo. Let me not cover up that King. The Hermit is actually Virgo energy, right? And so it's one of your sister Earth signs coming in. And but for you, Taurus, it's a feeling of you're not sure, right? This is very new for you. You love your independence. And this person is coming in very strong for you this month, but you are resonating very strongly with Hermit energy in the sense that you are really kind of going into yourself and thinking about what it is that you truly desire. You're very happy on your own right now. You're forging kind of your own path. Things are happening in your life. New things are coming into your life. And for some of you, you may be starting a very spiritual path, right? And I want to say this path is a path that you walk alone. And so for some of you, this King of Cups coming in is very, very strong. It is very strong energy, and it's not so much that you're not receptive to it, but right now you're kind of more of your energy is going into ensuring that you are on the right path for yourself before you get swept up with something like a King of Cups energy that comes in so hard, right? It requires so much commitment. All right, so Ace of Cups is what's in your focus this month, and it is a new love, right? In the focus of your mind, in the conscious area of your mind, what you think about during your days when you're walking around, what you're concentrating on is this new love connection. This person is coming in so hard, and your energy is being very contemplative about it. Taurus. So you're really thinking a lot about this connection. Do I want to do it? Don't I want to do it? It's really in your mind. You do feel love. You feel very strongly that this is a really good connection. You love this person. It's the beginning of something really, really great, right? But there is this kind of hermit sort of internal conversation that you're having about it. But of course, right now, this month, what else can I say? Ace of Cups, it's the beginning of a really beautiful outpouring of love. It's the beginning of a really nice love connection. And in the back of your mind, you are resonating with Ace of Swords, right? And again, you're being, this is all new for you. And you're having a sense of victory as well. Part of you, I'm going to say in the back of your mind also, you're very, and again, you're very concerned, like with this hermit energy, you're also very much walking your own path right now. It could be a spiritual path, but it could just simply be a solitary path towards some sort of objective, right? And so you are having also in your life, apart from your love life, and this is your life that, you know, is where you go about the things that you want for yourself as an individual, not necessarily as part of a union or a couple. You're having a lot of victory, right? A lot of clarity is coming in. Victory is coming in. Information and ideas are coming in. You're thinking very clearly. A whole new stage of your life is beginning that promises to bring sort of I want to say promises to bring a lot of understanding, a lot of wisdom, and along with the victory, and victory in the sense of confidence, right? You have a lot of confidence that comes in. A lot of feeling like you've done it, right? It may have been very difficult along the way, but you start this whole new path of sort of like having accomplished something, and now you're at the ace, which is like you're ready. If you had a business, for instance, right, that business may have just gotten into like really, really doing well, and now begins your life of abundance, or now begins the ball rolling, right? For some of you, this is indeed a new endeavor. A new, perhaps even a new, I want to say a new way of life for you. Your life is changing in a lot of ways. Your mind is opening up to a lot of new possibilities as a result of recent sort of events, right? Could very well be that this love connection is also really opening your mind to a different way of life. It could be that up until now you haven't had this kind of connection, some of you Taurus. And again, it's really kind of, you're resonating with the Ace of Swords, you know? You're resonating with a real sense of kind of creativeness, clear-headedness. You see the road ahead of you. You see what the next steps are that you want to take. Very, very nice energy. Now, you come into the month with the Nine of Pentacles, and this is also akin to what I'm talking about in the sense that you have been, Nine of Pentacles is a very ambitious person who's been working very hard to master a certain skill, right, in their career or their life path where they make their money. And so Nine of Pentacles is somebody who has really worked hard and started to really accrue quite a bit of abundance, right? But through the hard work, because they are ambitious and because they've toiled away, this whole garden is kind of a garden of her own making. Um, and she is very independent, right? The Nine of Pentacles is a very independent person. They don't mind putting most of their energy into their career. Sometimes there is a feeling of alienation because nine has within it, all the nine cards have within it a sense of the Hermit. The Hermit is major arcana 9. And so with Nine of Pentacles, there is this feeling of maybe foregoing a deeper connection for the sake of career path, right? And that's not a bad thing, you know, but it is a price that a lot of people make or pay for the abundance that they accrue and that they work for. That oftentimes there isn't enough room for that deep connection or that close kind of union, right? Which requires a lot of energy when you're already putting so much energy in achieving and manifesting this abundance. In any case, you come into the month very independent, Taurus. This and I want to say you're single. This reading is certainly for a single Taurus who either has most recently started a love connection with King of Cups or will be starting a love connection with a King of Cups, certainly in November. Definitely in November. If it hasn't started already, it will happen in November. But you do come into November with an air of still being quite independent. And the energy that you round out the month with is a Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands has been showing up all over the place for weeklies and monthly love readings. A lot of people, including you, Taurus, are ending a long period of struggle and burden, right? It's really nice. It's the end of a period of self-doubt, perhaps having struggled with finances, having struggled with extra responsibilities that really took you away from what you really wanted to do with your life because you were shouldering a burden. All of these things that are associated with Ten of Wands, you know, a period maybe where you were lacking the confidence to really lift your head up and go for what you wanted to go for because of some of these burdens. All of that you get to lay down this month, right? And certainly towards the end of the month, it is behind you, Taurus. And of course, Ten of Wands is very beautiful to come and look at that right next to the Ace of Wands. Just the positioning is really nice. This is a hugely progressive month for you, Taurus. I mean, what else can I say when you have 3 aces? You enter the month, right? And again, there is, though, this is really like, God, I want to say a real huge elevation up and a big outburst in terms of the whole world is opening up for you in terms of a new path that promises to bring, or that has the potential for bringing in everything you've wanted. But you do have this sense of hermit energy. You have been kind of like this pull. This is a love reading. And so this pull from this King of Cups is kind of making you feel a little bit not sure where you want to go because all of these other doors are also opening up for you right now. And you're not sure if you, I think, want to close yourself off or if you're ready to give so much into this King of Cups. But you do also have an Ace of Cups. So it is on your mind to move forward with this love connection. So you start the month off with an 8 of Wands. And that's just a feeling of having a lot of mixed emotions and sort of confused emotions, right? I think, Taurus, you want this connection. And like I said, but you're so used to being on your own. You're so used to relying on your own. You're not sure, right? And so you're being very contemplative and you're also having a lot of chaotic, I would say not chaotic so much, but really mixed emotions. And you're trying to focus it down to see what is it that you're really feeling? What is it that you really want, right? There's a lot of different things you want coming in, and you have to kind of figure out, you know, what is it that I truly desire? Now, the Devil card comes in, and that's interesting because Devil energy comes in almost in a way to sort of, it meets you in a sense that your doubt comes in for some of you, Taurus, because you have all of these confusing emotions at the beginning of the month. You know you're on the cusp of something big, and you know you're on the cusp of a really deep connection with a relationship, but I think it does maybe scare you even a little bit, right? Because you know this connection is promises, you know, once you're in this connection, it's going to bring a lot with it. It's not like it, you know, it can just end, right? right? This is going to involve a lot of love and passion and, maybe even some drama, right? But this is, that this is going to be a long haul thing, right? And a positive thing. It has the potential for being very wonderful, but still the emotions are mixed. And so devil energy almost comes in a way to play on your doubts this month, right? So take care. It could be for some of you that because you are feeling frustrated about your feelings or unsure about which way to, how you truly feel about this King of Cups, right? You may get led down a path of sort of indulging yourself a bit too much. Taurus, you like to drink and party. You love to have sex. You may be a little bit, one of the things Tauruses are known for is stepping out a little bit when they're feeling a little bit penned in or confused about their feelings, or they need an emotional pick-me-up. So just take care not to be drawn too much down the road of behavior patterns that could, potentially be a problem later on, right? Because this is a love connection. And so don't play too much with fire over here just because you're not very sure of your emotions. Because I do think most of your emotions are going to really kind of even out. You're going to know what you want to do, but you don't want to make any mistakes here, right? Because this is the only card that shows up that's quite dark in a reading besides the Hermit. The Hermit radiates with a different energy, right? So you can see, don't be pulled too far down these kind of like self-defeating behaviors, right? Instant gratification and stuff. Just take care with that. Now, what do you want? Your dreams and your outcome. Your dream is to have a whole new life, you want to begin on a path in your life of ambition and passion. You want to be passionate about life again, and it's all beginning, right? For some of you, like I said, Nine of Pentacles can indicate that you're very independent. You've been working towards your own abundance, and you may have achieved some abundance, but that doesn't mean it hasn't been a long, hard road, right? It's been a long, hard road because we see a Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is laying down, right? The baggage that we've accumulated as a result of a long, hard road, a path or a stage in our life that's been, not without a certain amount of troubles, right? And burdens. And so when I say Ace of Wands, you want a new path where you can be ambitious again. I'm not saying that you haven't been ambitious before, but you want to be able to have your real dream come true. You want to live that life, right? And it definitely comes in. The life of waking up every day and doing what you love to do, bringing in enough money that it pays, you know what I mean? That you have a nice life, you have a nice environment, and also that you're happy. You're happy because you're doing what you want to do, right? And this happens with the Chariot. You absolutely begin a path towards your hopes and dreams. Chariot is the first 7 major arcana. 7 is associated with hopes and dreams, right? And being on the path towards that. This is a great reading, Taurus. And I'm a Taurus rising myself, so I can resonate with Taurus reading a lot. This is a great, great reading. We have Emperor at the bottom. Again, Emperor energy is Aries energy, and it is the energy of taking authority and lead and control. For some of you, you are right now in really very much a lot of control of different things in your life. You are about to bring in perhaps a new path, a new career path, or a new way of operating that promises to be bring in victory. You have a new opportunity or a new stage in your life that promises to bring passion and creativity and love, right? And abundance does come in with the Emperor. Certainly abundance, wisdom, authority, control, that all comes in. And this is very much a case of you taking control of your life. And not so, and I mean that to say that being in control of your life in a way that you're not always reacting to the way life is hitting you, right? Sometimes we're at stages in our life where we're always just reacting to the next problem, right? We're always just solving the next problem or reacting to the next hurdle that comes in our way. It's like, this is a period in your life where we're talking about where you can now actually take a breath and do what you want to do rather than always having to react to the trials and tribulations that life throws at you. And this is what I mean in the sense of taking control of your life and having authority back in your life. It's not that you haven't had control of your life before, but I think for a lot of you, you're coming out of a period where you've been kind of sort of at the mercy of life and life events, whereas now you're coming into a period where you're very much in control of the life events happening. This is a great reading, Taurus. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just going to pull a couple more cards from the Thoth deck. This is really an incredible reading for those of you who are embarking on a new career path, a new living path. If you are leaving home to move to another country, this promises to be incredible. If you are starting a path down, you've left school and you're now getting on with your career, and it's, you know, it's something you've always wanted to do, it promises to be a beautiful sort of life, right? Of you pursuing your career and achieving. Now remember, aces are the essence of the suit and they're the potentialities of the suit, right? So these aren't the tens. Tens are the achievement of this, right? But these are opportunities, new opportunities that are coming, that are divinely led, that bring with them all the potential of that suit. So when you have the ace of a suit coming into your life, it brings an opportunity that if you play it right, if you take the opportunity, and if you go down your path the right way, it has all the potential for becoming the 10 of that suit. So it has all the potential for becoming the 10 of swords, right? Where you resonate higher and you realize a higher level to yourself, right? Or the 10 of wands, like here, 10 of wands, where you have gone through a particular struggle, right? And all of the worst of that struggle is behind you, and all of the rewards begin to come in, the freedom begins to come in, and you begin to start another ambitious path, right? And the same thing with the 10 of cups. The 10 of cups comes in, right? It's the essence or the potential of having a 10 of cups, which is, you know, that ultimate union and the support for that ultimate union, right? So the aces come in, and it's not a guarantee that it's going to be great, but all the potential is there as long as you take it. And the surrounding energies are that you will absolutely take it because you go on your path with the Chariot. And also Emperor energy being at the bottom of the deck really promises to be a fruitful sort of outcome to a lot of this, because the Emperor also not only represents leadership and authority and power, but it represents stability, and stability in all things, which also includes financial stability. Eight of Cups, Princess of Discs. There's your 10 of Wands again. And 4 of Wands. Bottom of the Thoth deck, you have 8 of Swords. So 8 of Swords does talk a little bit about some toxic energy, and this could be where the worry comes in that I was wondering about with this Hermit card. I'm going to say for some of you, the worry is the reason why, although this looks all great and we have all these great potential opportunities, all these aces, potential great beginnings, right, to something wonderful, we do have an 8 of Cups. And for some of you, you are worried that this particular love connection, although on paper, it looks great, and on the surroundings, it's perfect, and it feels all lovey-dovey, but you do have something is going on where you're wondering if there aren't some red flags, because there's a little bit of a feeling that you may be putting too much into a relationship that's not going to be able to give you something back. Or it's not going to be able to give you back what you really require. Right now, it may very well be the honeymoon stage, but you're already starting to get a little bit of an inkling or a worry that something about this connection is not going to be able to sustain all of the ambition that you have. That's what it feels like, you know, because some of you maybe this King of Cups wants you and you want them, and it's a great love connection, but this rest of your life, this ambitious part of your life is so strong, Taurus. And if you know, it could very well feel like they're not going to be able to keep up with that or understand that in a way, right? They may end up drawing some of your energy from that. And they may not be able to give back to you as much as you give to them, because this King of Cups, I want to say for some of you, may indeed be resonating with a little bit of possessive energy. And possessive energy tends to draw a bit more rather than give back, right? Possessive energy is draining. When people are possessive of you, it's draining. It doesn't give you any energy. It drains your energy. And so in this way, there's a little bit of this dynamic here, I think, with this connection. And that's what's really giving you a little bit of pause for thought. It's not making you run to the union. You're kind of maintaining your solitude. You're kind of maintaining your independence a little bit. In the back of your mind with this Ace of Swords, Prince of Discs, this is very much the beginning of a new business then. This Ace of Swords and this victory that comes in is definitely related to something that's to do with your career and finance. Because here we have the Prince of Discs coming in, Princess of Discs coming in. Princess of Discs is the same as the Page of Discs. And so in this way, we understand that the Ace of Swords and this victory that you have coming in is very much related to your abundance, your career, or your financial path. And it's something new that you've done that is going to be a winner, right? It's a new business perhaps, or a new career path, or something that you've done in this area of your life that promises to be a winner with this Ace of Swords. Ten of Wands comes in, and again, Nine of Pentacles. Yes, for some of you, this road to the garden has been really difficult and really hard. And again, you're coming into a stage right now, this Ten of Wands in the Thoth deck, same card. This is the stage of laying down the worst of it. So you really come into your garden this month. If you haven't already been let me put it this way. If you haven't already sort of established your abundance, but you've been doing all of the work of it, because Nine of Pentacles also just indicates the ambitious work of it, right? It can indicate a certain level of success, but I'm going to say with this Ten of Wands, it just seems that the worst of the work you've been putting in, or the hardest of the work that you've been putting in, is beginning now to pay off, right? Because Ten of Wands is the conclusion of that. It's the conclusion of the hardest times, right? And so you come into a period where it's, you know, it's like they say, you know, you put the time in the beginning, and in the end is where all of the easy living comes in. Ten of Wands. It's covered by Four of Swords. So for some of you, this ending period, you feel very kind of like cautious. You want to take a moment to maintain what you have. You're being strategic, right? This Ten of Wands indicates a period where you're being very strategic. You know the worst is behind you, but you may not automatically trust it. This again could indicate finances. We do have a Nine of Pentacles. So it's certainly as well, finances again are associated with part of this. And so you're wanting to take a strategic stance, right? You know the worst is behind you, but you don't want to take anything for granted, and you're being very, very careful. All right, this is your reading for November, Taurus. Very strong indeed. I hope it resonated with you. But for right now, please like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this love reading. Comment below. Let me know if you're going through this scenario. This is pretty incredible. It's been a long time since I've had all three aces in a reading. And yeah, this is definitely a month of really strong beginnings that definitely indicate that they have all the potential for bearing the best fruit. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for stopping by, and don't forget to come back. Hit that bell notification for all my other premieres, and I'll see you in the middle of the month for the mid-November love check-in. Bye-bye now.